Just up here now delivering some fish to the customer. We've just finished this pond. We've done our bit on it anyway. There's still a bit of work needs done around it, like the paths and stuff like that. But yeah, so I've brought a couple of boxes of fish up for him. There's a few fish in here already. I'll just turn this around. They've been settling in now for the last sort of month, 6 weeks or so. Nice big window on this pond here. There's a few older fish in this pond, so some of them don't look their best, like, but they're certainly loving the new pond compared to what it was. I'll probably put up with a couple of pictures or short videos of us emptying the pond out to start the new build earlier in the year. So that's the fish in there. I'll have a look at them once I've had a few minutes to settle down. But this is the filter house we built for it. A bit of a late addition to the thing was this, we put a heat pump on. And this area here is all just going to be cleared away now, but that's the old filter house from the old pump fed system. So that's all going to be levelled out and replanted and stuff. This is the new filter house in here. That's the air source heat pump, which is just, it's drawing the air from in here, which will keep a bit of air movement moving through the filter house. And then we have the old Nexus 300 that was on here before. It's connected up here with a 110 watt UV, the Airtech 95 running that, and then a couple of returns to the pond. There's also a, probably better going around this side actually, like to see it. There's a water blade as well fitted there, so there's like a T-piece there where you can send some of the water over the water blade. And then we've fitted the auto clean kit to this Nexus here. We have a block built skimmer put on here as well, with a varipump 10,000 running off it, and it just goes into one of the Evolution Aqua K Plus advanced filters. It's only the 20, but then with a skimmer you're not pulling massive flow over that anyway, so that'll just help polish all the water, any of the fine particles that stay up higher in the water, which won't pass down through the bottom drain just as easily. Yeah, just need to probably tidy up some of these cables a bit, and that'll be us finished in here. The heat pump, as I said, was a late addition. I have never used these Aqua Forte ones. They are quite reasonably priced. They do have one slight downside, and that the minimum heat point on them is 20 degrees if you want to just set it for heat only. You can set them for a lot lower heating, like 11, 12, 13, 14 degrees if you have it on auto. But what that will mean is if the temperature goes above the 14, or the set point, if it's set for 14, if it goes above 14 it will try and chill itself back down again. So in the spring what you need to do is just literally ramp it up to whatever temperature the air is. If the water's sort of the ambient temperature is going to be maybe 16 or 17 degrees, then you just set it for that, and it'll follow through that. But it's just good for taking out the curves at this time of the year when you get the freezing cold nights and days like today where it's really sunny, nice and warm, and then the night you end up very, very cold. Yeah, so it wouldn't take you to be much taller than me for this filter house, but yeah, nice and compact in here. And I'll just go out and have a look at these fish now. Yeah, that's the fish all settled in now. Certainly be a lot happier now in this pond than they were. You know, they were a bit more space for them. The same sort of footprint, but with it being a raised pond, it's added a few thousand gallons to the volume. Yeah, so that's me finished up here now. We've dropped the fish off, checked the filtration system, everything seems to be running well, and the heater. The guy's just waiting on some Wi-Fi extenders so we can connect up the heat pump to the app. And then with the Aqua Forte heat pumps, you can obviously do it remotely through the app, set the temperatures and just stuff like that, and see what the inlet and outlet temperatures are, and adjust the temperature as you need. But yeah, very nice pond this, and hope everything goes well for the customer. I probably don't mean this in the way it sounds, but hopefully I don't hear from him for a while. It just means everything will be running perfectly. It's always good when you don't get any callbacks. But there you go. Thanks for watching. Cheers.